y'all? What's up?
What?
It's your boy. I'm back again. And let's get right into this. Okay, so if you have been following me for a while, I'm a military guy. I've been training all my life. I got serious probably about 11 years ago as far as being consistent with the tracking, steps, cardio, food intake, and workouts. Everything is logged, all right? You must log everything, all right? But this video is gonna be about intermittent fasting because I have talked about this in the past. Yes, I'm a big believer in it. However, I wanna get into how I use it strategically, all right? I want it to be a little bit more clear. I wasn't as clear. I am an advocate of it, but I don't use it. I have been using it throughout the years, but I don't use it 24/7, 365. All right. I tend to use. Well, excuse me. I kind of use it 24/7, 365. If you want to look at it as my sleep time. So let's get into it. All right. The way that I fast and when I do it is usually when I'm in a caloric deficit. Now, right now, I'm in a muscle building phase. So I currently ended my fast, my intermittent fasting. Let me tell you why. The reason why I ended after my diets is because I get digestive issues, okay? The reason why I use this during a cut or fat loss phase is because I don't have to eat that much as far as the frequency and the quantity of food is not that much. So I can just stick it into 2 meals and I won't have any issues. But as I come out of the diet, my body is no longer used to a large amount of calories. So when I implement the calories back in, I always tend to have digestive issues. This always happens after a long cut for me, always. Now, are there some philosophies or supplements I could take to counteract them? Probably, but honestly, I'm not too big into supplements, all right? So I just took it out and it kind of knocked the digestive issues out. It knocks it out because I have to eat so much more. Usually when I go on deficits, they're pretty extreme. So right now, I'm working my way back up to maintenance. And I want to get my maintenance calories a lot higher this time. So I'm adding a lot of food. When I ended the diet, I added 500. The next week or 2 weeks after that, I added 200, then 100. And from there, we're doing like 45 to 50 every week. We'll see what happens, right? I cut back on the cardio. I went from about 8 hours to about 2 hours. So I'm an extremist. I was at 1,800-ish calories. Now I'm at 26, 27-ish. Before my next cut, I would like to have my calories up to about 3,000 and maintaining my weight. 20 minutes cardio every day, daily cardio, and eating 3,000 calories, all right? So, and the other reason, fasting, if I'm in a muscle building phase or a maintenance, if I'm fasting, now don't get me wrong, we know fasting is great for longevity. We talk about the testosterone property, about helping the G1F or testosterone, growth hormone and all that in check. I I don't go too much into depth into stuff that I'm not an expert in, but I have read and heard that it helps with growth hormone and testosterone. But these things are kind of like out of context, because this stuff can happen just eating regular meals, really. A well-balanced diet. And if you read up on IF, it can cause digestive issues, especially if you're not used to it. And especially when you're coming out of a diet. That's when the problems usually occur, when you come out of a diet, all right? So, and the digestive problem was bad for me because, man, I was farting like a motherfucker, man. Like my house would be like, let's put it like this. After I got done with a diet, you won't want to be in here with me because it gets crazy. The gas gets crazy, guys. So in order for me to end all that, all I have to do is start eating with more frequency. Simple solution. All right, so that usually always happens to me though. You know, I never think, whenever I go on a cut, I'm thinking like, let's knock this out. And I'm never thinking of, well, I am thinking about the end part, but I'm never thinking about the solution of the whole digestive thing. Because really, when I've done this in the past, I didn't know why my stomach was so upset after a long diet. Well, now I know why. It's because of the fasting. And like I said, if I'm at a maintenance period or a muscle building phase, I can't do intermittent fasting because digestive issues. So, and also the one thing I almost forgot, guys, protein synthesis. If you kind of tap into that every few hours, it's kind of better than going like 8, 9, 10, 16 hours without eating. So if you're trying to build muscle, and you want protein synthesis, you probably should be eating protein every 3 to 5 hours if you want to maximize it. The studies show that. That's what I've recognized in my training. And that's all in the literature. So protein synthesis, you're supposed to be eating every 3 to 5 hours if you want to build muscle and sustain muscle. That's the best way to do it, you know. I hate to be the bearer of bad news for the IF people out there. Like I said, I do IF, but only in certain circumstances. And that's on a cut, and that's all. All right, guys, I'm out here. I'm gonna leave you with that. Remember, I only use fasting for dieting. That's what I recommend. If you want to sustain and build muscle, it's much easier to eat every 3 to 5 times a day during a muscle phase or a maintenance phase to build and sustain muscle. All right, guys, I'm out of here.